because man's task is to make the earth after the model of heaven. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Man's project is to heavenize the earth. Man is made to transform the world from glory to glory, to take hold of it and break it down and remake it after the image of heaven.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Reformed Reset, part of Take Hold Studios. My name is Grant, and joined with me as always is my beautiful wife, Erica, the weaker vessel.
Hello everyone.
Guys, go to the website, takeholdstudios.com. Subscribe to the Reformed Reset in Spotify, Apple iTunes, podcast places, Google. The audio feed is out there and for you to consume. Subscribe to the YouTube channel too. Hit the like button so you can help us get our content in front of new listeners. We greatly appreciate it. And our merch. I'm trying to get this out of the way quick here. So go to Teespring and look up the Take Hold Studios shop or store or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I think it's the shop.
You can find it through our Facebook page. We've posted a couple times some of the things that we have on the store there. But we have a bunch of fun stuff. The latest one Erica put up is a really awesome crew neck sweatshirt that says "Feed ye the patriarchy."
That old English.
It's
Old English for the modern woman. Feed ye the patriarchy.
That is a slogan of the year. That's amazing. So yeah, go purchase that stuff. That helps us keep doing what we're doing, and you'll also look awesome wearing all of it.
That's right.
So,
and crew necks are in right now. Like, you throw on a crew neck with a turtleneck underneath, that 90s look, it's so hot.
oh wow, guys, that came out of nowhere. I didn't know what just happened.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to,
It is true that 90s is coming back in full force.
And I'm here for the 90s thing.
Hey, you
as
know
far
what?
as I'm concerned, 90s fashion is where it's at. So long as the hairstyles stay in the 90s, we can bring back the fashion.
So you guys know that I am like 5 years older than Erica. So when I see this 90s stuff come out, I'm thinking junior high, like early high school. Like, this is the 90s coming into the millennium. I'm seeing this stuff in
I was born in 1990.
And then, but like Erica's like, oh, I remember this. I'm like, you were 8 or something. Like
the Oshkosh Bagosh overalls.
Yeah.
Great.
I will say, as we have perused the stores, that there is kind of a new twist on it all, which is probably a good thing,
yeah,
right? Because there's some of those things don't need to come back, right? Right.
Yeah, sure.
However, crew necks, love me some crew necks. So go get one. Do we have a guy's one?
Yeah, there's some guys crew necks on there. I think there's some like reformers.
It's not Feed the Patriarchy.
I mean, you could wear one. Fiji the patriarchy. A guy could wear one. You will get many and lots of.
You might get looked at like you have a third eye. But
yeah, but I mean, you know.
Anyway.
You do you, boo.
Give me a suggestion for a crew neck, and I'll put one up there. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
The merch is good. We need to start wearing some.
I am gonna work on like a post mill something. I feel like we need to have a post mill something. But there's like some guys stuff on there, some reformers, some Reformation, Semper Reformanda kind of stuff. It's good.
There's one with all the Christian Recon guys on it too.
Yeah.
Gary North, Rush Dooney, DeMar, all them on there. It's good stuff.
Anyway.
Go check out the merch. It's fun. And support us. We appreciate it.
Yes.
I think that's it as far as promote us and, help us out.
We have someone on the network with us.
Go listen to the audio feed, because there you will find The Great Exchange. They put out a great episode with the Marcus Pittman, the King Ginger, talking about Lure.tv and Christian media. And I think the title of that one was Why Christian Movies Suck, or Christian Movies Don't Have to Suck, or something like that. And it sounds like Lure TV is really trying. I mean, they're going above and beyond what Christian media has ever done, it seems like.
Yeah, that's exciting. I hope they're successful. But we're very excited to have The Great Exchange on the network.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. So right now it's just on the audio feed, so you can go get it there. Go check out their website, like their social media page. And
all the things.
Yeah, they're good stuff.
So speaking of Marcus Pittman, we saw him not so long ago.
So this episode is going to be a Fight Laugh Feast conference recap, as you probably could tell by the title, whatever the title is at. But yeah, I've met Marcus before. He didn't remember it, which I forgave him for. But yeah, we got to see him. We got to meet a ton of people.
We did.
It was incredible. It was such a good time of fellowship. And listen, cheers. I want to cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to the guys at Cross Politic and the Fight Laugh Feast Network for putting on an incredible conference, because that first day of just fellowship, the beer and psalms, our kids got to come. Our kids like bombarded all of the guys.
So this is the cool thing. Like when you're parenting, and our kids are 11, 10, and 8. Our youngest just turned 8. And especially when you have a lot of kids very close in age, those first few years seem kind of like a blur. And like you're doing the catechisms, like you're trying to surround them with like Christian content, Christian books, Christian, like, which is why Laura's awesome, Christian movies, like all the stuff. And like we listen to podcasts all the time. We're between one of or both of us.
Right.
We're constantly streaming like content, podcasts or sermons or whatever. And so our kids have grown up listening to these people, and I think either one of us really understood like how our kids would perceive these people that they were about to meet. Because when they met some of these people, they were like, these were celebrities to them. Right. Like this is who they grew up listening to and are constantly like listening to. And it was just so like heartwarming as a parent to see your children love and respect who you love and respect. Yeah.
It fills you with joy in a way you just really...
It was cool.
I don't think we were really expecting... We weren't expecting that to happen, and then we just weren't expecting like that fullness of joy that really came from that kind of covenantal blessing that God gave to us. And if you've listened to us for, any amount of time, you know that we talk a lot about the covenant family. And we bring that up a lot because we think it is incredibly important, and it's something that is largely lacking in the broad Christian culture. And so when you just get to have a taste, though, of the promises and the blessings come out right there. Right. And actually, the best wasn't it Darren Doan? Yeah. When the kids met Darren Doan, they were just flipping out, and they're talking about saving Christmas and all this kind of stuff. And then Sandra and Scotty's boy, Lucas, literally is crying.
He was like, that was awesome.
So overwhelmed with joy. He was crying.
And shout out to Darren Doan, who,
no kidding.
Like, it wasn't that I perceived him as not being a great human, but like when I met him, he did like surpass what I anticipated. Like he was on their level. He was sliding across the floor with them. Like he was like, I mean, it was just so amazing. Like the kids were like, oh, we're so like happy to meet you, and he's like, I'm happy to meet you guys. It was really adorable and sweet. And
Chocolate Knox was the same way. Chocolate Knox was so awesome. And I mean, he's got like 17 kids, so he gets it. Yeah, he gets it. Yeah. And of course, he's the one always making sure people's kids are baptized, which is funny because he asked the kids.
Oh yeah, he did.
You baptized? He was happy they all agreed. Or they all concurred. Yes, indeed, we are baptized.
That's right.
But he did the same thing. Got on their level. Was just full of joy and stuff. And but like that first day, meeting everybody, being able to finally meet in person, A.D. Robles and his wife was such a
lovely human.
Yeah, so lovely to hang out with. Meeting Toby, Gabe, Darren. Yeah. I got to meet all the Theology Pugcast guys, Glenn, Tom, and Chris Wiley.
Summer Yeager.
Yeah.
Joy. Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
Yeah, just that whole crew, it was fantastic. The fellowship was wonderful. And then everyone else there too was just, you could tell, was so happy to be there. Anybody you talked to, just, oh, where are you from? And it was just a wonderful conversation.
Those are like all the big name people, and there were dozens of just like conference goers like us who we met along the way too, and it was encouraging to like realize, hey, we're not the only ones. Yeah, like we are fragmented off here in the middle of central Maine, and like it can, for some regions more so than others, feel incredibly lonely at times. We have got friends in Canada who listen, and like other places, and there perhaps aren't tons of Reformed Christians wherever you are. So Maine is not densely populated by Reformed Christians.
No.
Yet. We're post-mill. It's going to happen.
Right. It'll happen.
But, like, even just for us, it was encouraging to go and realize, like, there's tons of people.
Yeah.
We're all on mission together. We all, you know, we're all fighting the same fight. And it was just so cool to, like, worship together and learn together. And it was good stuff. We were surprised because we all, like, went in thinking, oh, we're going to love, like, so-and-so and so-and-so's breakout sessions the best.
Or their conference talks and stuff?
Yeah, their conference talks the best. And, like, in the end, we were kind of surprised. Like, they were all good. All of them were amazing. But the people that we didn't expect or, like, weren't really on our radar were, like, some of our favorite.
Yeah, what I expected going in was completely the opposite of well, maybe not completely the opposite, but it was not what I was expecting. So you want to walk down the line?
Yeah, so we thought, in my opinion, Doug TeNaples, like, talk or whatever, his was the best.
Doug TeNaples took the show.
Like, he left all of us, I feel like, collectively, walking out of there. He made us feel like, well, it's time to get our hands dirty. Like, hands to the plow. Like, let's get going then.
Yeah, he didn't leave one booty undisciplined after that. Like, every person in there had to have walked out of there, unless you have a calloused heart, thinking, I need to get to work. I need to get to kingdom work.
Yeah.
It
left
awesome.
us motivated, like, highly motivated, and hopefully you will see that in our upcoming episodes.
And I think what was cool is that he didn't do it by just lambasting you.
No.
He did it by telling stories of his own life, and
as an artist would.
As an artist, yeah, for sure, right? And showing how God is faithful when you just obey him, and that's it. Where you're just an outspoken Christian, you're not trying to hide anything, and you might risk your job, and which he did. He lost many jobs.
Yeah.
But then he showed how being an outspoken Christian is actually how he got certain really big time jobs, like working on VeggieTales for Netflix.
Right.
But one of the most incredible things that he did was, there was a story he told about ministering and working in a place in the 80s where they took care of AIDS patients. Mm-hmm. And there were all these health rules that you had to follow when you were taking care of them. And one of them was anything that you did, you had to wear gloves. And he saw how mistreated these people were.
How it sterilized the humanity of it all.
Yeah. And so one day, as he was taking care of them, he was just fed up with it all. And he took care of these people, and he just took his gloves off, which is so cool just because of the symbolic nature of it.
Well, and where we are right now is the culture all being masked up to the high heavens and injecting experimental fluids into our bodies.
Yeah, we're told everybody is sick, and you have to
and everything should be sterilized.
But he tells the story, and then at the end of it, he said, I just wanted to stop treating them like lepers. Mm. And it reminded me of the stories of Jesus touching lepers, Mm-hmm. And the best man in our wedding, my best man in our wedding, was a homosexual who has AIDS now. He's a believer now, married, has two adopted kids.
To a woman.
Yeah, married to a woman. And God's completely changed his life. And so that story definitely
resonated.
Yeah. And so that was really cool. But just the fact that the gospel takes physical form in our lives, it really does. And again, that was another thing that was incredibly motivating in his. And so it was funny. Who was it after? Was it Gabe that said Doug TeNaples was the only session that he didn't choke up or something like that? Was that Gabe that said that? And then I told Erica, I leaned over and I said, I think Doug TeNaples is the only one I did choke up.
Yeah.
Complete opposite. So anyway.
It was good. It was really good. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Of course, we loved Robles and Keith Darrell.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah, A.D. Robles and Keith Darrell talked about woke capitalism, and that was a super interesting talk that they gave.
Yeah.
but still really helpful to
parsing through some of like the stickier matters of like living in a capitalistic society that has gone woke.
Right. Yeah, it was interesting. Talked a lot about like, marketing and all of it too.
Yeah.
But it was good.
So it was good. Who else did you? Well, obviously, like Bodhi Bacham was good. Obviously, like Doug Wilson was amazing.
Yeah, and he was really good as far as the patriarchy versus egalitarianism front is concerned. He had some very, very good moments in his talk that I think were, and
we talked about like
good.
I think his slogan or whatever for his sermon was like gay pulpits.
Right.
And he was talking about how so many pulpits are homosexual by way of being unfruitful.
Right. He talked a lot about fruitlessness and how gay really just means fruitless.
Yeah.
And so fruitless pulpits, fruitless churches, there's gay churches because they're disobeying scripture.
They're
not
neutering
being
themselves.
Yeah, they're not being a good bride. And so by not being by not being masculine, because they're putting women in the pulpit, they're saying we need a women voice or whatever, or we're putting these gay celibate, gay Christians in the pulpit in some of these denominations. By removing the masculine, requirement in churches, you're actually becoming less feminine because you're becoming less of the submissive bride that you're supposed to be. It was good.
It was good. It was good.
I will say Toby's talk was really good. His was Molotov monogamy, but what he really did get into was covenantalism, and he did point out very well that the judgment we're under now is because we're breaking covenant with God.
Yeah,
and I really liked that he focused and honed in on the covenant nature of our whole life, really. Mm-hmm. All of us are in covenant with God, whether a covenant breaker in Adam or we're in covenant with him through his son, Jesus. So I thought that was really good.
Bodhi Bacham was talking about children, and the one thing that really stuck out to me was when he was saying things like, the church keeps telling kids that sex is bad, don't have sex is bad. And then when the child goes into the world allures them by showing them the glories of sex that the church should have showed
Which
kids.
The church hid from them.
Yes, and the church should have explained and praised it. Like the church should be telling kids, like, sex is amazing, sex is great, God created sex for marriage. Instead of doing that, we hide it, or we try and hide it from our kids, and then the world exposes it to them in a tainted, in a marred way, and it is like luring our children away
because
from us.
like any good gift of God in this world, you can use it rightly or you can abuse it. And the church too often just focuses on the abuses and says, here's the abuses of this thing, so don't do it, without elevating. It should elevate higher the good and the beauty of it. Well, just like Erica said, they go into the world and all they see is that it's this great thing.
Well, and sex is God. Like, sex is everywhere. Whether it's straight sex, homosexual sex, sex with animals, like literally anything goes nowadays. It has literally become a god.
Yeah, true.
So anyway, really good. We just wanted to give a brief rundown.
Great. Yeah.
Just some of the people that we met, some of the awesome things that we got to do. We were having psalm sings around campfires afterwards.
Yeah.
Super cool.
It was awesome.
Got to, eat with people, and like there's just so many awesome connections and relationships.
Yeah.
Hopefully some relationships that like you guys will, see fruit from in the future. That may be a hint.
Yeah,
and yeah, we were so blessed to be there and can't wait till next year.
Yeah. So if you missed out, I encourage you. I think if you become a club member for Fight Laugh Feast, you can get the talks and all that on the app.
It is worth it, y'all.
It's definitely worth it. So, because I think all the breakouts were recorded as well, so you'll get all of that too.
You want to know like one of the biggest takeaways from the conference though? We need to sing more. So
true. It's true. That because those times of singing were just amazing, and then throughout the conference you memorize it and you get to know all these psalms, and so everybody together. Like the sea shanties are the best. You know what I mean?
It's so good.
They're so good.
It's so good. We
So
were
that's
driving home, and it's like a 21-hour car ride from Tennessee to Maine. And, like, we were just singing these, like, sea shanties, like, pretty much all the way home. The kids and I.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
It was stuck in our heads.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. It's true. We need to sing more psalms.
Yep.
And sing it that way because that's fun.
Yeah.
And that, you know, we did do that too. Make it fun. We want our kids and everyone to sing it. Make it fun.
Well, think about the stupid songs that we sing all the time, like commercial
Right.
jingles. And,
Yep.
you know, like why can't we sing worship songs together? You know?
Yeah. Agreed. All right. Well, there's our recap. Did we leave anything out?
I think we left a lot out.
Yeah, we left a lot out. You need to go next year. Go next year and come say hi to us because that'd be awesome.
Do it.
All right. That's it for this one. Thanks for listening. Go ahead. Go do all that stuff to help us spread the content. We appreciate it, guys. This has been the Reformed Reset with Take Hold Studios. We'll catch you next time.
But on the basis of grace and on the finished work of Jesus Christ, the project is back and forth, and the destiny of a new transformed world is assured.